I want to change this manifold. I actually didn't even realize I turned it around and the ratchet's still on there. But this manifold is cracked where it all collects together down there. I don't know if you can see it, but it's split right open. And there's a huge dent in it that I think is from the crash. So it's been long overdue at this manifold or header, whatever you want to call it, should be coming off of here. And we got lucky, and for, I think it was like $100, we scored a Jackson racing header for this. I got actually a whole exhaust for it, but I mainly just wanted the header off of it. And then Izzy heat wrapped the whole thing with just some like $20 heat wrap off Amazon. So I'm gonna try to get it on. The issue is though, that the bolts for that is about halfway back on these cars. So I have to jack it up and put it on basically jack stands or jack one side up really high. So I'm not sure what I'm gonna do yet. I might try to do one side really high, but either way it's pretty sketchy on this pad, because this pad after winter is not level anymore. It actually looks pretty level on this side, but it's got a huge arch both ways on it. So when you lift any car, as soon as it's not in gear or the back tires come off the ground, it wants to roll one way or another. So yeah, I'm going to try to get this car up in the air and see if I can get the bottom bolts off. I'm not worried about the upper bolts because obviously they're accessible. I do already have the O2 sensor unplugged. It's those middle bolts that are a total pain in the ass. It was easy when I did the subframe because the car was on all 4 jack stands, but now I got to do it again just to get to those 2 bolts again. She's out. There's definitely a size difference between these two, but I changed this gasket a while back thinking that was the leak, but quite clearly you can see in there that the whole entire collector all the way around is starting to leak. So she's definitely done for. This is probably original to the car, and then I don't know if you can see down in there, but it's split in there as well. I just need to clean up the cylinder head, get the old gasket off. It's not that bad actually under here. Definitely broken. But I'm gonna change that motor mount while I'm here. I meant to change them when we first built this car because I don't know if you can see, but there is a zip tie holding the inside and outside of that motor mount together. It still works perfectly fine as a motor mount, but when I pulled the subframe, the motor mount split into 2. When it's all together like that and the weight of the motor's on there, it really hasn't been an issue, but I did buy motor mounts back then. The only issue was everything else going on. The motor mounts came in way later, and I never came back to change them. This one's the hardest one to change. The other one I can change probably whenever, which I will eventually. But this one's way easier when the header's out of the way. Getting those bolts is a total pain in the ass. So we're gonna change that real quick while we're here. I've been putting a block under your jack when you lift the wheel pan, but I never do anything right, so. Much easier with the manifold out of the way. My zip-tied broken motor mount. And then we just undo that bolt in there and swap out this rubber insulator on here with one that's not made in two pieces. Gave the block a quick little wipe down real quick too to just kind of clean it up. That way if we start leaking oil, keep an eye on it. It was just dirty from years and years. There wasn't any real oil leak. I had the valve cover off a while ago when it wasn't even really seeping. So just kind of cleaned it up. Now I'm just gonna put the motor mount together and put everything back together. You don't realize how bad the exhaust leak is until the exhaust leak isn't there anymore. It's kind of really nice having the headers on there and it all being sealed up. I'm not a huge fan of the exhaust on this car, but it sounds way better now having it fully coming out the back. So I'm gonna roll it up on the drive-on ramps because it's due for an oil change. And since we did that one motor mount on this side, I'm gonna try to jack it up to this side. This side should be a lot easier. I don't know if I gotta pull the wheel though. I'm gonna try not to pull the wheel if I get the hand up there and undo the 3 bolts for the wrench, but yeah, it's gonna just oil change and maintenance now. But yeah, it's everything's burned off the headers and seems to be great so far. At least everything's super easy to get to on these cars. Big drain nut, so it drains in like 2 seconds. The filter's just up there. Yeah, just getting the gourmet filter. Hopefully it's right, but got the fancier one this time. that motor mount in. Izzy helped me line it up. I don't know how much I filmed of all that, but same as this side, just 3 bolts on the block and then 1 up through the subframe. So it's pretty easy. It's just a little awkward to get to. I've had these motor mounts since we built the car. It's just they showed up after we got the car kind of pulled out and straightened. And I couldn't get that one off without screwing around with the manifold to get it completely out. So I never installed them way back when, so it's good to finally install them now. And when the header's off, that's the best time to do that side. So when we did the oil filter, I figured we'll do the mount on this side too, get them both changed at once. But yeah, this old crusty stock exhaust manifold's off. And then finally get these out. These were really blown, but it was it didn't feel that bad though, having them zip tied together, because the weight of the motor still sat on the insulator bushing. But now we don't have to really worry about any of that. See how long these Amazon ones last, but good enough for this old thing. We're gonna take it to town, I think, and try it out and see if it sounds different. It sounds like it sounds different, but we'll see when we actually go drive it. That's probably it for this video. I'm gonna move the EP3 and then get it out of here and take it to town. I don't know how long this video is or how it's gonna be edited together, but I'm just recording things as I do stuff, so I'll post it as a video for the sake of posting a video. But yeah, like, subscribe, all that stuff. There's always more Miata stuff, more S13 stuff, EP3 stuff, more S13 stuff, 8.6 stuff, EG stuff. Sonic stuff's gonna be coming next, actually. And then eventually E46 wagon stuff that's way over there. But yeah, that's it for now, I guess. More backyard crap. Thanks for watching.